Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Off the Cuff here at City Hall. We had a very busy month, so I'll try to get through all of the projects and announcements we made and recap the last month and provide some additional information that maybe didn't make it into some of the reported press. So first we unveiled a transformation of East 1st Street. We're going to work to try to replicate what the structure of West 1st Street over at East 1st Street with the new indoor water park coming online later this year, the activity from the hotels and the new DRI project taking place at Midtown Plaza. With commercial space, there certainly will be a need for additional parking on East 1st, so the plan that we proposed will actually add a few more, not many, but a few more parking spots and takes the parallel parking on the west side of the road and makes it diagonal parking to fit more cars, and then reduces the through traffic from 4 lanes down to 2 lanes, 1 lane each way. And that's just creates a better atmosphere and climate for pedestrians and outdoor dining spaces and so on, similar to here at West 1st Street. We're also going to incorporate a median to include some extra green space that gives us an opportunity to place some ornamental trees and some mood lighting and try to help with the atmosphere over at East 1st Street. So I think that'll be a good project and something that'll really dress up that side of the city, bringing some investment to the east side of downtown, which I know people have been advocating for quite some time. In other really big news, we broke ground on the $11 million Pier Project, where we're taking the International Pier from the gravel driveway to nowhere that it is now, that most people view as private, and making it a pedestrian-oriented boardwalk. So if you take a drive down near the marina, you'll see a whole lot of steel. That's the sheet piling that'll go around the perimeter of the pier to reinforce the structure of the pier itself. You'll see a turbidity curtain's been placed in to protect wildlife from the construction, and you'll start to see some demolition taking place of the pier itself before they rebuild it. So an exciting project. Maybe don't get too excited because it's going to be an enormous project. It'll take us well into 2022 to finish, but it'll be fun to watch that project evolve over the next year and a half. And once it is done, I'm confident that it'll be a product that people will really enjoy. And we got a lot of great feedback on the intent of the project and the vision for the pier. So that was very encouraging. We launched the Revival Fund. If you're a small business here in Oswego and you're still closed, we have set aside $150,000 of our $1.9 million American Rescue Plan funding to help businesses who are still closed reopen. Also, we want to help businesses who are maybe in the middle of an expansion or a relocation or an improvement project during COVID and then unexpectedly got shut down. We'd like to help them finish that project or make that move that they initially wanted to, that maybe COVID derailed. So we're trying to really recover from COVID and make sure that our small business community is as strong as it was pre-pandemic. One way to do that is to make sure businesses who are still closed get open as soon as possible, especially as we come into the busy season, spring, summer here in Oswego. And also any businesses that were in the middle of good projects, expanding, hiring more people, or improving their facility, we want to help them. Maybe a sudden and unexpected dip in revenue, sideline their project or stop their plans. So we want to revive those plans and make sure that we have the same energy we had pre-pandemic, hence the name Revival Fund. Feel free to stop into the Economic Development Office, 44 East Bridge Street, to get an application. It's a simple 1-page application. We're compiling them now. We'll vet them. It'll be very competitive, I'm sure. So make sure it's as thorough as it can be, and then we'll hopefully start making some awards here later this month. We also announced our annual Code Blitz from May 10th to May 21st. This is the 5th year we've done a Code Blitz, and basically the Code Blitz starts with a letter from me, and it goes to landlords in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th wards of the city who own rental property. And as the SUNY community begins to move out, or as tenants start spring cleaning and cleaning out their homes, we like to remind landlords of our expectations. We don't allow stockpiling of debris on the curb line. We don't allow garbage to sit out unless it's garbage day. And we expect that landlords will make these rules abundantly clear to their tenants as they start their spring cleaning or go work their way through move-out weekend. So we'll have code enforcement patrols along with assistance from OPD happening all day through the week, and even including evening hours during the week, and they will be out on patrols on the weekends. So what happens is we actually suspend the normal notification process for code violations, and we use code enforcement and OPD to issue warnings. And if situations aren't remedied within hours, then we just start issuing appearance tickets and fines right on the spot to prevent a lot of rental properties from creating blight in the neighborhoods at one given time. So it's an aggressive program, but it has huge results, over 100 violations in the 10-day period in years past. So we're going to do that again. Landlords should be on notice, tenants should be on notice. And if you're a homeowner with a rental property in the neighborhood that's creating issues or blight or putting garbage outside consistently, let us know. You can call in anonymously and we'll show up and take care of it immediately. Once the 21st comes and goes, I always disclose those results, and we'll do that again this year. Announced recently, Harborfest is canceled. 4th of July parade is canceled. The reason here obviously is COVID related, but not necessarily the virus itself. The issue with Harborfest, the state is still unsure about mass gathering permits, which Harborfest requires to have to be able to actually host Harborfest. So with that uncertainty comes other issues with scheduling bands and food vendors and crafts and an entertainment program. And it's just getting late in the game. You know, Harborfest is a massive event. You have full-time employees who work on the festival all year long. So to try to put a festival together now, while there's still some uncertainty on a mass gathering permit and other issues here in May for an event in the last weekend in July, is just really hard logistically. At the same time, you know, the state fair is a bit different. The state fair has specific points of entry. They have capacity. They can control capacity, and they can actually enforce social distancing. Also, state government, who runs the state fair, has limited resources. Harborfest does not have any points of entry. It's a wide open festival. There's no capacity limit because it is basically encompasses the whole city. It'd be impossible to enforce social distancing. We don't have the resources to deploy the entire police department onto Harborfest to make sure people are social distancing. Being in the fields of Brightbeck Park and in our parks, it'd really be hard to put any sort of markers down and have any order to social distancing at all. So the decision was made by the Harborfest organization to cancel the event. Also, Harborfest is a not-for-profit organization. So, you know, if they incurred all the normal expenses of the Harborfest event, but only had half the revenue in terms of attendees or food vendors or their social sources of revenue, that shortfall created would have real long-term damage to the festival far beyond 2021. So I think the decision was made really considering the long-term health of the event and how we can recover from COVID and bring Harborfest back the way we remember it, versus trying to somehow assemble a shell of a festival, an event that we're all used to here in 2021. So I understand people are disappointed. Nobody's more disappointed than I am. Obviously, as mayor, it's a huge boost to our economy. Also, personally, as a food vendor, it hurts personally to miss that opportunity, but so I feel it from all sides. But we'll work with Harborfest, get back here in 2022, and hopefully make the festival better than it's been in years past. Independence Day Parade, same issue. Personally, I think having a parade would have been safe to do, but the issue at this point is putting together a parade with participants this late in the game to actually host the parade. We did put some feelers out to some marching bands and to some groups who typically submit floats, And the fact is, marching bands haven't been practicing as much. They haven't been marching. They may not feel comfortable traveling. So some of the bands we reached out to said they probably wouldn't participate. Some did say they would, but certainly not the number we're used to. Same with floats. Groups just haven't been meeting in person to build floats or put together their parade program that they normally do. So even if the city did decide to have a parade, it would be not the parade we're used to, and it just doesn't seem like the risk is worth the reward to put on a subpar or half completed parade right now. So instead, we're going to have a block party to try to help downtown businesses. They'll expand their dining area well out into West 1st Street, because we'll close that down on Sunday, July 4th, before the fireworks from 5 to 10. We'll have a band play while people are dining. We'll lift the open container ordinance so people can have alcohol throughout City Hall and walk around. And we'll bring in some bounce houses and some small children activities to keep the kids busy as they wait for the fireworks, which will launch once again from the pedestrian bridge over the Oswego River that allows for several different viewing points. So I think that'll be an exciting event. I hope people will take advantage of it, hear the music, and patronize some small businesses open on a Sunday. Also, we will be having our summer concert series and our concerts at Water Street Square. We'll release the schedules and the band lineup probably in the very near future. So we will be bringing those concerts back. That is something to look forward to. Even as Harborfest is canceled, we'll still have some sort of return to normalcy here with those events that are always very popular. We started the paving project today. About $750 and $750,000 in road paving will start this week. They're already started milling the roads on the east side. So just look for no parking signs. And if there's no parking signs on the street, that means that road is about to be torn up. So don't park there. And just give yourself some extra time. There'll be a lot of detours, a lot of construction and backup. Happens every year, but we try to have people plan and leave yourself a couple extra minutes. They'll start milling on the east side. They'll come over and mill the west side. They'll then go back and pave the east side. They'll come back, pave the west side. Then they're actually going to pave behind the Canal Commons, the Water Street parking lot. So expect some parking issues in downtown in the coming weeks as we lose that parking for a few days while they do that project. And then ultimately they'll be paving East 1st Street too, we hope simultaneously with the East 1st Street redesign project. So a lot going on, but we'll have a lot less potholes, and we're addressing some of the roughest roads in the city. So looking forward to the project being done. Lastly, hosting a blood drive on Friday with Assemblyman Will Barkley. It's a blood drive we do every year. So I would encourage you, if you are around on Friday, to please sign up. You can call Assemblyman Barkley's office at 315-598-5185. We still have some appointments available, so you want to place a call here quickly and get on the schedule for Friday and donate some blood. There's a critical need now, so we felt it was important to host the blood drive this time of year while the need is sky high. So that is a really fast summary of everything that happened here at City Hall this month. We're scheduled to have another very busy month here in the next month, and I look forward to talking to you next month and outlining and summarizing the events that will take place here in the next few weeks. So talk to you soon, and thank you for tuning in.